There's been a massive shift in the creator economy recently. The days of chasing views and subscribers are over. It's time to evolve or die. The best way to do this is by dominating a smaller niche on the platform. You see, if you're like most creators, you're probably trying to appeal to everyone, and in turn, you're pleasing no one. You're stuck in the endless cycle of putting out mediocre content that gets mediocre results. But there's a better way. So here's my 3-step formula to help you dominate your niche and finally get the success you deserve. Step number 1, find a small niche with low competition plus high demand. Now, when it comes to finding a niche, you have 2 options. Option 1, you can try to crack the code on what's trending right now across the entire platform. But here's the problem. Trends are extremely hard to predict, and by the time you jump on one, it's usually already too late. But there's a different approach that's not based on luck and guesswork. Instead, this approach is based on data. So here's how it works. First, head over to a video that's already done really well in the niche you want to target. Then click on the Audience tab. Next, click on the Viewership tab, and take note of these 3 metrics. Over 70% of viewers are subscribed, meaning this audience is engaged. This video was recommended by the platform, which means it's high quality, and it has a high retention rate, which means people are watching it over and over again. If you see these 3 things, then you know this niche is primed for growth. Now here's the key. Don't just jump into the most popular niche. If you do, you'll be competing against some of the biggest channels on the platform. Instead, find a smaller niche within a larger niche. For example, if you want to focus on fitness, don't just say fitness. Instead, get more specific. Is it going to be yoga, strength training, or maybe Pilates? Being more specific allows you to 1, create more targeted content that appeals to a specific group of people, and 2, compete with smaller channels that have similar interests. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Ryan, shouldn't I try to reach as many people as possible? Well, yes, ultimately you want to reach as many people as possible, but only if they're interested in what you have to say. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time, and more importantly, the viewer's time. Look, the internet has made it easier than ever to connect with people who share the same interest. So why try to be everything to everyone? Instead, find your tribe and build a loyal following that's actually interested in what you have to say. That's what I call winning in a niche. Now, let's move on to step 2. Research the top performing videos in your niche so you know exactly what type of content you should be making. So now that you've identified your niche, it's time to dig deeper and find some more insights. Head over to a video that's done really well in your niche, ideally from a channel that isn't too big. Take note of the title, thumbnail, and the topics that they cover in the video. And then repeat the process for a few other videos. Next, create a document that looks like this. We'll use the same video as an example. So first, enter the title. Next, enter the keywords. Now, if you need help coming up with ideas, simply type the title into a tool. It'll then give you tons of related keywords that you can use in your content. Next, come up with a list of questions that you can answer in your video. This helps you stay focused and ensure you're covering all angles. And finally, write down any other video ideas that you have. Now repeat this process for a few other videos, and you'll start to see a trend emerge. This is the type of content that's already working in your niche, so use it as inspiration for your own videos. Some of you may be thinking, but doesn't this take forever? And yes, it does take time, but it'll save you hours of work in the long run. Plus, this approach is based on data, so you know that whatever you create will have an audience. Which brings me to step number 3. Create consistent, high-quality content that's targeted at that specific audience. Creating content is one of the most important parts of growing on the platform. Your content is what sets you apart from everyone else in your niche. So make sure it's high quality and targeted at your specific audience. Here are a few tips to help you get started. Tip number 1, focus on providing value. Provide helpful, entertaining, or educational information. What's the one thing your audience wants to learn? How can you help them? That should be the foundation of every single video you create. Tip number 2, show, don't tell. People are more likely to trust you if they can see your personality and connect with you on a personal level. So show your face in your videos, tell your story, and let your personality shine through. Tip number 3, be consistent. If you want to grow on the platform, you need to be consistent with your posting schedule. Nobody is going to watch your videos if you never upload. And finally, tip number 4. Promote your videos everywhere else you can. Don't rely on the platform alone to get your videos out there. Promote them on social media, embed them in your website. There are a ton of ways to promote your videos. So get creative and think outside the box. Now here's the reality. Growing on the platform takes time and effort. You won't see results overnight. In fact, it could take months or even years to start seeing meaningful growth. But if you're willing to put in the work, the sky's the limit. And look, I know how overwhelming it can be to try and figure out what you should be posting, especially if you're just getting started. That's why I created a free resource that you can use to plan out your content in advance. You can find it at the website below. Now let's talk about something else that's crucial to your success. It's time to brand your thumbnails and titles so that people instantly recognize you. You see, if you want to win in your niche, you need to make sure that people recognize you when they see your videos. That's where branding your thumbnails and titles comes in. For example, take a look at this video. Right off the bat, I know it's from Mr. Beast because of the red, blue, and black colors, the text, the font, and even the type of video it is. All of this creates a cohesive brand that sets him apart from everyone else in the space. But here's the problem. Most creators don't realize the importance of branding their thumbnails and titles until it's too late. They try to copy other creators or simply throw together a random thumbnail that has nothing to do with the rest of their channel, and it's hurting their growth. Here are a few tips to help you fix it. Tip number 1. Choose a color scheme that you like and stick to it. For example, on my channel, I use a combination of blue and orange. Tip number 2. Pick a font that you like and use that consistently. For example, my favorite font is League Spartan. Tip number 3. Decide on a style for your thumbnails. For example, do you want to use a lot of bright colors, or do you want to go for a more minimalistic look? Tip number 4. Use a design tool to help you create professional-looking thumbnails. It's free to use, and you don't need any experience in graphic design. Simply choose a template, customize it to your liking, and download it. That's it. Look, branding your thumbnails and titles is essential to standing out on the platform. So take the time to do it right. Now, if you want to take your branding to the next level, I highly recommend checking out a design tool. I personally use them, and I love how easy it is to create high-quality thumbnails and channel art. In fact, all of the graphics used in this video were made using a design tool. Plus, they have tons of templates for you to choose from. I hope this video gave you some insight on how to dominate your niche and stop chasing views and subscribers. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and comment down below. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.